Hello, I'm Erin Johnson, and welcome to Think Tank Television. Tonight, since Mother's Day has just passed, we'd like to do a Mother's Day show. So we have with us tonight Marie Taylor, and welcome, Marie.
Denise.
Kevin, I am so sorry.
All right.
I was so ready for this. Oh my God.
Take two. Compose yourself. You got this.
Okay.
And you got a great guest who understands. So here we go.
I know how to do it.
Start over. Compose yourself in 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Erin Johnson. Welcome to Think Tank Television. Since Mother's Day just passed a few days ago, we have with us tonight Denise Marie Taylor, who is the president of the Whitman Mothers Club. Welcome, Denise.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm doing great. So we're going to talk about Mother's Day, and I thought if I could just talk about the history of Mother's Day, what I found about it. Is that okay? We talk about that? Okay. Yeah, so what I found was that it started, the first Mother's Day was back in May 12th, 1907 in a church in West Virginia. And the lady who started it was named Anna Jarvis. And she held a memorial service for her mother. And that was the first Mother's Day. And it actually goes back further than that, because in 1870, Julia Ward Howe, the abolitionist and suffragette, thought of a day of peace for mothers. So the concept goes back even further than that. And so that was kind of the history of Mother's Day. Can you tell me the history of the Mothers Club in Whitman?
Sure. So this club started back in 1944. It was 44, 45. And the idea at the time was it was an opportunity for the women in Whitman to get together. A lot of women back then weren't working. They were home taking care of their kids. So it was an opportunity for them. It was more of a social gathering. It was an opportunity for them to, make friends, have adult conversation, and get together. What I was told when I've been in the Mothers Club for about 12 years, and when I first joined, I had no idea about the history of the club, and there actually were wait lists back in the day to be able to get into the club, which is just, I think it's cool, but it's like so crazy to think about. But back then they used to do like really cool stuff. Like they used to put on shows. Some of the women that are in the club still remember that back then from their, there's a lot of longevity in the Mothers Club, which that was to me Whitman's best kept secret. I grew up in Hanson, I know about it, but there's a lot of longevity in the Whitman Mothers Club. There's a lot of, it's generational. So a lot of the women that are still in the club, like Nancy Payton and a couple others, Sue DeSilver, who's in the club, and Jean Jacob, their mothers were also in the club. And all these women, like Nancy and her sisters, remember what it was like when their mother was in the club, and they were all very active. So there's it's a lot of longevity, and it's pretty cool.
And where do you meet right now?
So we have monthly meetings at the American Legion. We first started, when I first joined, we were holding our meetings at the VFW. And then when I took over the presidency for my first term, which was, oh my gosh, it was probably like 9 years ago or something like that. We had to change venue just because of a change in ownership or changing of the guard, I guess, with the VFW. And when we were looking for a place to hold our meetings, the American Legion stepped right up, and they were so generous with us. So they've been hosting us ever since. So we meet at the American Legion in Whitman.
Which is great. Yeah. Do you know where they used to meet way back when in the 40s and 50s? Did they?
We definitely have it written down somewhere. Okay. I'm not quite sure. There is some of, like I said, I won't say older, I'll say the more experienced members they have like, there's bins with a lot of the Mothers Club history, and they have all that stuff. It's really cool to look at. So we have it somewhere. I just don't have an immediate answer for you right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. It sounds fascinating though. So how many members do you have now?
So I want to say it fluctuates from year to year. We average by between 30 and 60 members. I think the first time I was president, we were up to over 100 members, which was really fun. And then it just depends on what everybody has going on. We have a private Facebook group for members, and we have probably like over 60 to 100 members within the Facebook group. And then at the meetings, because of COVID, we kind of had to pivot and we did a lot of virtual things. So we would get anywhere from 25 to 30, 40 members on a Zoom when we did everything virtually. This year, we were fortunate enough to go back in person. So we average between 20, 25, and 30, 35 members that have been present in person at our meetings. So it just depends on the year. And basically what happens, the way we leave it is members come and go. Like one year might be super crazy busy for one of us, and they just can't get to the meetings, but then the next year they're right back. So that happens a lot too.
Okay, and do members pay dues?
They do. So it's I think $25. I might be 20. I should know this by now. But you pay for the year. It's one time, $25 for the year. And the only thing that we ask of you is to participate in one of our fundraisers throughout the year, and then you're all set.
Okay, and what's your calendar like every year?
So we have monthly meetings in person that they each have a theme. Like we've had some pretty fun ones. This last meeting that we had for April, we actually were off campus. We went over to I don't want to misspeak, but over at Harding Print, there's the Whitman Historical Museum, I think.
Yeah.
A group of us went over there, and they were so nice, and it was fascinating, the history that is in that museum of Whitman. Like,
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's so cool. We actually told them that we wanted to give them some things because they have a Monopoly game that Mothers Club put out years and years ago, but we have so many other things, so we want to give them some more of our stuff so they have our history. Yeah. So we did that. We did belly dancing, which was actually scary and fun all at the same time. So we were belly dancing in the Legion because that's where we host our meetings. So we did some belly dancing. We always have our Christmas party. So we try to come up with a lot of different things. I think we did an outdoor movie this year. So they're all themed. We'll either have guest speakers or, we'll try to come up with an event for our meeting.
Fun. So I know you have fundraising activities too. What are some of them?
We do. So it's so fun. Our two biggest fundraisers this year have been, we did a pub crawl at Christmas time. We started it 2 years ago before COVID. We had to miss last year. We brought it back. This year we get a trolley and we go through, we had six businesses, local restaurants it was like a 1 mile radius, open to the public. We actually sold out. We had close to 300 people. Wow. So we found the fundraiser that we now know what Whitman likes to do. So, but it was so much fun because people dress up for Christmas, ugly Christmas sweaters. We have a contest, who's the most festive. We give prizes, and the prizes are gift cards to the restaurants that we include in the crawl. It's a win-win for everybody because we raised like $4,000 during that pub crawl. And it all goes back into the community, but it was helping us. It was local people from the town. We're working with the local restaurants and businesses who actually suffered during COVID. So it was just a really feel good fundraiser. And it was really funny how quickly these tickets sold out. I mean, it was hilarious. We were very grateful for it, but it was funny watching on the Facebook pages, people trying to negotiate for tickets. So it makes us feel good that we're that popular. But we just had 80s night last Saturday.
Okay.
So that was like my baby, like before COVID hit. When I became president again, I think that was my third time. I'm like, we should do 80s night. We had it all planned. We had it all booked. And right the weekend before everything shut down with COVID, we made the decision to postpone it because things were starting to shut down and we were like, what is happening? So we were not able to bring it back until now. So we were like, we're doing this 80s night. It was the easiest fundraiser for us because we had everything ready for 2 years ago and we just stored it in a safe place. So this time all we had to do was show up. But again, we sold out. We had it at the Knights of Columbus. We had a DJ. Everybody was dressed up. I had crimped my hair again. Like everybody looked fantastic. Everybody had a great time. And we had close to 130 tickets sold. So that was another big fundraiser for us. So we have our flocking. It's flocking season. So right now we're flocking with the flamingos for graduates and just a standard flock just to make people feel good. So that's a big fundraiser for us. We did a meat raffle. So we've had quite a lot of fundraising events going on this year.
It sounds like so much fun. You have a Facebook group. Can people go on there and see pictures of all these fun events?
If you're in the group, it's a closed group on Facebook, but if you're in the group, you can see it. I mean, there were so many of us. And to be honest with you, we had a lot of the membership there, but I got to tell you, like, we're very thankful for the public. They really supported us. So right around the holidays and like last weekend, there were so many pictures floating around. Like it was so fun, like the 80s outfits, but it was cool.
It sounds like so much fun. How do you distribute your funds? You said you bring them back into the community. How do you do that?
Thank you. Yep. So timing is perfect. We just had our president's dinner the other day where that purpose of that dinner is to talk about how we're going to distribute the money. This year, we were very, very fortunate. We raised $10,000. We have scholarships for the children, graduating seniors from some of the members who are very active. We have like parameters. You have to be an active member for a certain period of time. So we had 8 scholarships this year. The rest of the money after that, we give out to the library. I love giving to the library because we found out that they use our donations to purchase the passes for the aquarium and the Museum of Science, which is great because those are very popular for the people and children in the town. We donate to the food pantry. We donate to some of the PACs. The elementary school PACs, we used to donate to them, but they've done a lot of fundraising on their own. So they told us they were good. So we look to find other local charities around town that need the money. Historical Society, the Council on Aging, like I said, the food pantry, the library. All those types of organizations within Whitman. One thing that we tried to do is we've been very lucky where we have been able to raise enough money where if there's a family in need, we're able to identify that family and give them some of the donations so that it might help them. This year we had a family we've had 2 families actually throughout the course of this calendar year who, have had situations where their children have cancer. So we were able to provide them with some help. And that's like a really good feeling. You hate to see anybody go through any of those kinds of difficult times, but in the event that it happens, we've been able to provide some aid to those children and families in need, which is really, really nice.
It is. That's wonderful. So I was wondering, what are some of the other activities you have? Oh, wait, no, I wasn't there. I was wondering, how can people find you on Facebook?
So we are a closed group, but I think if you look us up in the search, it will come up and you can submit a request to join
Okay.
the Facebook group. It will go through one of the administrators, which is myself, a couple of the other board members, and we'll vet you.
Okay. And no, how would somebody actually join the group? Is there a different process or is that the same thing?
Nope. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a mother. It is all females, but you don't have to be a mom to be in the group. We've had some members in the past whose family members are in the, their mothers and their sisters are in the group, so they join. You don't have to be a mother to be in the group. You just show up. You just come. We begin our meetings. Our calendar year starts in September. We have a meet and greet. You can come there, pay your dues, or at any time during the year, you can join. Either you can send a request through the Facebook group or a message any one of us. So anytime.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Anything else that's happening this year or starting next year? Anything that you'd like us to know?
We're winding down, but like I said, right now we're in the middle of our flocking with our flamingos. We'll this summer we'll start planning, our events for next year. We've gotten into this groove with our fundraising, so we're in a good pattern. We always do a meat raffle. The pub crawl has definitely worked for us. We did it was called booing in the fall, and that was awesome. Like the flocking, but for Halloween. And then after 80s night, people told us that we should do another decade. So we should do like a 90s or something. So we're definitely always looking out for some, new ideas and some fun meetings.
Yeah. So you talked to me about the fundraisers, but we didn't talk about the other activities, right? Because you usually have themes and
Yep, we did, like
every month. And
we do. We have a theme meeting every month. We do, we went to Harding Print and we did the historical museum. We did belly dancing. We've done outdoor movies. A Christmas party is standard. That's a big deal because it's a very competitive Yankee swap. But next we've done tailgating in the past. Like if the Patriots are playing on a Monday night, we've tailgated. So we try to have fun, and every once in a while we'll go off campus and we'll try to put together like a trip when it wasn't COVID, like a trip to see a show or a concert. And we've gone to see the Divas over at the Company Theater, or we've gone in town in the past to see a Broadway show. So we try to keep it fun.
it sounds like so much fun. It is fun. I'm in it. And so is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the Whitman Mothers Club?
No, I just want to thank the community. I really do, on behalf of, as president, on behalf of the board and the club as a whole. The community's been so supportive of us, and it's just so nice that people have been coming out to our fundraisers and really helping us help the other members of our community. So that's been nice. I want to say thank you for having me. This is my third Mother's Day show with you. It's so much fun. I really appreciate it. I was so excited when I got your message asking for me to come back because I had so much fun before, and I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, we love having you. It's great. It's great every year. Okay. So thank you again, Denise. And I'd just like to say thank you for everyone, Whitman and Hanson, for watching. Good night.